Hey everybody, Davey here from Davey's World Fishing. Today I'm going to talk about fishing spinnerbaits for spotted bay bass. Awesome saltwater baits. Not a lot of people do it. Stay tuned. Now, fishing regular spinnerbaits can be absolutely awesome for spotted bay bass. That's right, our Southern California spotted bay bass. These are saltwater spotted sand bass, actually is their full name, but very effective technique in and around the shallows. So I happen to be down here in Newport Beach. I'm in a cove that's fairly shallow. In fact, I'm right now in about 10 feet of water. It's super high tide right now. And this area is usually sitting in that 5 to 7 foot range. Eelgrass, a little bit of water column up above it here. Now the bait I have in front of me here, this happens to be the Fish Lab BioShad spinnerbait, and it's got the Colorado blades on top there. Fantastic bait for spotted bay bass. This is the bone color, and it's got that white mimic tail on the back there. Now these baits have a ton of movement with that dual blade. This one happens to have one gold, one silver blade, and they're fantastic, easy to use. But before I make a cast and start talking about the technique, I'm going to start talking about the gear. Now, you'll probably seen this gear in several videos now, but this is the X series by Okuma. This is the 7.3:1 gear ratio, and I've got that paired up with that Tournament Concept Series TCS 7'11" heavy. That's the 15 to 65 pound quarter to 2 ounce rod. That's that punch-in swim bait flipping rod, but it's great for just about all of these techniques. I've been throwing the chatterbait with it. We threw the lipless swim bait. I actually throw the A-rig on this same rod, as well as these spinner baits. It also makes a great vertical rod as well. Now, fishing the spinnerbait, very simple. Nice straight retrieve, long cast, get it out into your zone, sink it down, and let it work. So just make a nice long cast, get it to where you want to be. Now I'm in about 9 feet of water, so I'm going to let that sink down here just a couple of seconds, probably a good 4 seconds, and then I'm just going to start the straight retrieve on that. Now this is a very sensitive rod. I've got 30-pound braid with some fluorocarbon on top there. I've got 15-pound fluorocarbon, and I can feel each one of those blades as they're swimming around there, as they're spinning. I can feel each little thump there. And those little flashes, and I got a bluebird skies here, so each of those flashes and thumps is what's going to draw in those strikes. Now these spotties, they're going to hunker down into that eelgrass that's down there, and they're just going to wait to ambush whatever happens to be coming by. I've got 76-degree water. I'm sitting right at high tide, so there's not a lot of action happening out here right now. But one way to get these fish going is to get a good action bait to swim right above their head. So I'm going to let that bait sink down. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to let it get all the way down to the bottom, so I'm watching my line, and as soon as it hits slack, that means I'm down at the bottom. Now, spinnerbaits are great in this eelgrass because it actually pulls through that grass nicely. You don't get hung up a lot, and it actually gets a nice little wiggle to it. Very subtle, and pulls through that grass nice, as I mentioned, so not a lot of snags. So just a nice straight retrieve. I'll slow down, I'll let that sink down, I'll watch that slack in my line. As soon as it gets slack, I know that I'm back at the bottom and right in that eelgrass zone. Make a couple more cranks, slow it down, let it get down to the bottom, a couple quick retrieves, and then I'm right back at the top here. So I'm just gonna make that nice long cast, let that thing get way out there, sink it down. Right there I'm in about 10 feet of water. Let it get down to the bottom, watch that slack, and I'm just gonna straight retrieve it. I don't have to jerk it, I don't have to raise it, I don't have to no rise and fall, just a straight retrieve. Very simple to use. It's a great technique if you're starting out. Preferably, I like to fish it on a bait cast setup, but you can fish these on spinner baits if that's the way you're more comfortable, but they do get bit a lot. I wouldn't fish them out in the deep in that 20 feet, although some do, but in these shallow areas with the sand, or with the eelgrass, or with any kind of structure, these baits do work out absolutely fantastic for spotted bay bass. But that's fishing the spinnerbait for spotties. As I mentioned, that's that Fish Lab BioShad spinnerbait. Great little baits. You can check them out in the link down below. But I appreciate y'all checking in. Do me a favor, hit that like button down below. Subscribe to Davey's World Fishing in that right hand corner. See you out on the water.